Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to Commute Talk. It's the last Commute Talk of the year. It's Friday before Christmas here. So, I thought I would take this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you. And thank you for being here with me this year on the commute. It's been a really strange year. Not like any year I've ever had before in my life. And I guess it's the most public I've ever been. But it's been a good year in so many ways. And I'm really glad that so many of you have been here with me. So thank you for hanging out with me on the commute in 2019. I hope that I managed to talk about things that interested you and things that were relevant somehow. Now, I don't really have any particular subject in mind today, so I guess I would just say thank you. So, Serenity was first in the public eye, really, for the first time in the end of March or April 1st, I think, in 2019, when someone posted it on Hacker News. Because before that, it had like a little bit of visibility on 4chan, because I used to post quite regularly there, and also on the OS Dev subreddit. But it was when it ended up on the Hacker News front page, that's when I got a large amount of visitors for the first time, and it was overwhelming to me. It was the most public I'd ever been in my life, and very intimidating. But I feel like I've come a long way since then, and the system has come a long way since then too. I'm not nearly as uncomfortable or as lost when I get put on the spot like that, because I remember when the Hacker News thing happened in April, then there wasn't even any way to build a system that didn't require you to sit down and work out for yourself how to build a cross compiler, because there were no instructions for that, and there were no scripts or anything. So I had like thousands of people coming curious to kick the tires and stuff, and there was nothing for them to try. So I learned from that. Now we have a lot of nice documentation and scripts and stuff for how to get started, and thank you to everyone who helped out with documentation and build scripts and everything. It's been really, really good. And I love that the system is now in a place where you can, like someone who's never worked with it can have a build of it up and running in, say, 30 minutes or so if they are, Unix savvy. And that's really, really cool. And yeah, I don't even remember anymore why I started to do the commute talks. I guess because people were asking me things and I wanted to answer them, and I didn't want to type out these long responses that two people would see. So I figured answering like this would give more people a chance to take part in the content or something, or like to hear the answer. And it's worked out really well, because I get fairly unique questions most of the time, which I guess is because I keep building up this questions and answers library. So that's worked out really well too. And I know people keep asking me here and there about turning this into an audio-only podcast. And yes, I want to do that. I need to sit down and actually do it. I just keep forgetting, and then I do something else instead, and then but it's something that I want to do. I know that there are people, some of you who really want that, and I need to get that going. Maybe that would be my New Year's resolution for 2020. We'll see. Um, but it's been a very, very good year, 2019, in so many ways, especially in the Serenity OS project. And personally, it's been ups and downs. I'm right now. I'm looking at some potentially extremely bad financial situation. So that's not something I'm excited about. But at the same time, life has to find a way, right? And it's it, we have to keep going even when things seem dark. So despite that, I am still very happy that it's Christmas. It is my favorite holiday. And I'm very happy that you're all here with me and that you've been here. And to all the new people who've been joining and subscribing to the channel or finding the system and thinking, hey, this is kind of neat. Wonder what I could do with that. Or wonder if I could do something like that. Or whatever it makes you think. Welcome. And it's nice to have you. I remember when this YouTube channel had like 25 subscribers or something like that. I thought, wow, this is like a whole classroom almost. I mean, in Swedish school at least. I don't know how big classrooms get in other countries, but when I was a kid, we were like 20, 25 kids in a class. I remember thinking, wow, that's like a whole classroom. It's like I'm doing a book report in school. And it was so intimidating somehow, that thought. But there's quite a few more people here now, and still doing my book reports. So that's been going really well. It's nice to discover that I can actually get out of that intimidation and discomfort zone. So thank you everyone for helping me get out of my comfort zone with this. And thank you everyone who contributed to the Serenity OS. I don't know, like at the start of the year, I was calling it Serenity, but then so many people keep calling it Serenity OS because that's like the name of the GitHub group or team or whatever it's called, organization, and it's also now like the group of the IRC channel, the group of the domain name serenityos.org. So at this point, I might as well just call it Serenity OS, right? But whatever. This kind of thing that only matters in my head. But thank you to everyone who worked on it or contributed in some way, whether you contributed code or documentation or ports, or if you just shared a link about it to a friend, or if you told someone about this YouTube channel, or if you just downloaded the system and built it and tried it out and thought, wow, that's something. Whatever you thought, thank you. It's been really awesome to have so many people check out my little project and to come and help out. And it's Dan mentioned yesterday on IRC that it's interesting to see that it's almost getting to the point where I can't keep up entirely with the pull request queue, and that's kind of funny. Now, of course, I'm sorry about the pull request queue. I just I've been a little lost with it. I don't quite know what to do with pull requests where a bunch of changes are suggested, and then the person with the PR just stops responding. I'm not sure what to do with those. Maybe something. Maybe, I don't know. But it's an interesting part of the process, and one that I've seen in many projects that I've worked on. Like people come in with patches and they get asked to, hey, can you do it this way instead? And sometimes I wonder, maybe that's not the best thing to do, like speculating on other approaches. Maybe it should be a go, no go answer, like yes, we'll merge this, or no, I won't merge this. It needs to be done this way. Like that type of feedback is okay, but like, no, we can't merge this because first you need to explore this other option. Maybe that's, maybe I shouldn't be saying that to people. It does feel a little bit like I'm not being considerate when I ask someone to explore some idea or something. I don't know. But yeah, the pull requests, I need to buckle down and deal with them. But thank you everyone who's been sending the pull requests, and for everyone who's been filing the bugs and hanging out in IRC. There's so many people on IRC, and lately a bunch of people have been asking, like, where do we go to chat about the system? You go to the IRC channel. It's Serenity OS on the Freenode network, on the Freenode IRC network. Come there, full of people to talk to. We don't have Discord or Slack or anything like that. We have IRC, the good old trusty. And yeah, come talk to us. So yeah, thanks to everyone who was hanging out on IRC. And to all the people who I had productive discussions with. And to all my lovely friends on 4chan who called me all the names under the sun. Love you too. And what else? Maybe that's it. Thank you, the viewer, for hanging out with me on the commute. It's such a weird mishmash of feelings today, but I am truly grateful to have so many people who take an interest in this project that I started and has now become something bigger than just me. So thanks everyone for making it that way. And let's see what we can do with it in 2020. All right? All right, I gotta go to work and do one last day of work, and then I get to go home and have Christmas, and hopefully not die under the foot of the tax man. And then we will have a good new year and good new future. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me on the commute. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and have a great day. Bye.